Hi everyone. So my project is called Intertwined, and it's a painting on plywood, but it also has a collage aspect to it and like some 3D elements to it as well. Basically, I included I think 10 or 11 activists from the past century, and I wanted to have be a very colorful piece to show how bright and driven and passionate everyone on the poster was and is actually. But at the same time, the string sort of acts as a juxtaposition because the string for me like represents a crime scene and how all the activists were kind of being persecuted and like always have people targeting them because of their radical beliefs. Um, so yeah, but that string can also represent like how many of them were inspired by each other and how it's hard to sort of separate one activist's work entirely from another because their legacies are so intertwined. Um, and one last thing is that I try to choose photos where the activists and the revolutionaries were looking off in the distance, not necessarily at the camera, because I wanted it to look like all the activists were looking at each other to like symbolize them taking inspiration from each other. So yeah, so some of the string connections were actual connections that the activists had to one another, like them being alive in the same time period and discussing their politics, or just one activist taking like direct inspiration from another. But some of the strings are just random to like add to the artistry of it all. So I just wanted to add a little bit about why I placed certain people where they are. So if you look at the bottom right hand corner, Yuri Kochiyama and Angela Davis are right near each other, and I did that because of that conversation, like that documentary of one of their conversations that we watched as like part of our work. So they have some like they have some lines coming out of their mouths. I wanted that to like seem like they were talking to each other. And then Afeni Shakur is near Angela Davis because I read something that said Afeni Shakur, she wasn't the face of the Black Panther movement as much as Angela Davis was because of her darker skin. And yeah, and then Audre Lorde is kind of up there in the center, and she's surrounded by Sylvia Rivera and Marsha P. Johnson. And Sylvia is pointing to her blackboard that says "Women are powerful and dangerous," and I thought that was kind of interesting to put them next to each other because they were fighting to be recognized as women for basically their whole lives. And yeah, let's see, Dennis Banks and Anna Mae Aquash are near each other because they're both involved in the American Indian movement, and also they dated at one point, I think. That's about it for the painting, but talking about our course and what I've gotten out of it, everything that I've learned about all the different movements that we've done has really helped me contextualize the resistance and the oppression of today, of minority groups and people of color today. So now that I've learned about these movements, I feel like I have a responsibility to those before me to put my body on the line and not simply just sit in my room and process the information that I've been given access to, because there's not really any risk in that. And to be a better ally, I guess, you really have to be sacrificing something. But thank you guys for such a good 4.5 weeks. And it was lovely getting to know you all, and hopefully we'll like meet, I don't know, in another life. Whatever. So have a good rest of the summer, everyone.